Hey everybody, and welcome back to ZK's Antics. This is Vlogmas Day 2. I do not have a specific topic for each day like I did last year. Instead, I'm choosing to kind of have themes for the week. So December 1st through the 7th, I am kind of recapping this last year, kind of highlighting some stuff that happened. And yesterday, I talked about retirement. Today, I'm going to talk about why I chose to move back home. As I'm out here at the lake and I'm just seeing this beautiful sunset, which is just sunset. And as you can see, the lake is frozen over. Well, not fully frozen over, but it's starting to freeze over. And I'm kind of excited because that means ice fishing season should be around the corner soon. And honestly, it's nice to be out here in the temperatures it is. It's probably right now, it's probably about 40, 42. It's not too bad to be out without a big winter coat or even gloves for too long. If I'm out here for a while, I might want some gloves. But for the most part, this is great. I love it. And I wanted to share with you this one beautiful sunset that we're having here. And you know, the reason why I moved back home, especially since it's a small town, it's because it's stuff like this. Like, I missed seeing this. You're like, oh, well, you know, you can move anywhere at the lake and see that. You're right. I could see something similar to that, but I can't see this particular view. This particular view of this nice little park area that we have, and behind us over here is where they set up the Christmas lights for the park, and I think those start around six or so, and that opened up I think last week or after Thanksgiving. And I will show you the lights. Don't worry, that will be part of Vlogmas that I'll show you. And yeah, I just want to show you that because I think it's great, and I think it's just nice being back home and being in a small town. A lot of people thought, and still to this day, some people are like, you're crazy to move back home, especially to a small town. Why would you do that? And the answer is real easy. It's because I know what I like and what I don't like. I've lived all over the world. I've lived in small towns. I've lived in big towns, to include life on a ship, which is, you know, in essence, a super small town that moves on the water. I know what it's like. And this is good for me. Like, it's so nice. Like, there's no traffic here, like big traffic, you know, living in DC, living out in San Diego, and even, you know, the time that I spent in Florida for a bit, and even in Germany, right? Even Germany, even though I lived like 5 minutes from base, or 5 miles from base, I should say, not 5 minutes, 5 miles from base, I still had times where I would sit in traffic for an hour to get home. Yeah, because the stow, that's what they call traffic jams there, stows. It was that bad. So, yeah, in the town that I chose, and you know, where I was at, like, really the towns just kind of bleed into each other. Like, you're driving around, you're like, what town am I in now? Like, they just kind of bleed into each other. So you don't even realize that you're leaving one town necessarily going into another. That's the other thing I like about this kind of small kind of area that I live in. It's like, it's very easy. Like, I know where the city limits are. Like, oh, yep, I've definitely driven out of town. I know that, because now we're in the country for a little bit until you hit another small town. But really the point being is, like, I know where I want to live. I've lived all over the place and I know what I want. And what I don't want is sit in traffic. What I don't want is to have to leave my house at 30 minutes, sometimes up to an hour, to meet someone for like dinner or something like that, because they're like, hey, we're eating at 6. I'm like, oof, well, I gotta factor in traffic, and oh man, people are leaving work now, so it's gonna take me an hour and a half possibly to get there. Then I gotta find parking. Like, I really don't have to worry about any of that here. You know, I could be running late, and running late here means, like, you're probably no more than 5 to 7 minutes away, unless you like live way out, kind of just outside of town. Maybe it's 15 minutes at the most, but it's just so nice. Like, literally, to get out to the lake from in town, even from the other side of town, right? The furthest distance from town, maybe 10 minutes. Yeah, 10 minutes. And then you can be, and all of a sudden, you look at stuff like this. And this is beautiful. I just love this. Love the ice. And the other thing I'm like, by the way, when I'm happy about the ice, is I do enjoy ice fishing. So that's coming up soon. And when it's kind of weather like this where we don't have the snow, and it's just cold enough that the ice is building that nice layer on the water, on the lakes, and on the ponds that we go to, and areas that we go to fish, when it doesn't have the snow, the ice has a tendency to be a lot stronger. and build nice foundation and a smooth kind of foundation to start with. Because, you know, I definitely don't want to fall through the ice. And I'm not the crazy person that's like, I'm going to be the first one out there to see if the ice is good or not. No. I told my dad, like, hey, I'm not getting on that ice until I know that people are driving like ATVs on that sucker. And hey, that the ice is pretty solid, okay? I'm not going to be, trust me, I'm not the first one out there going, let's see if this holds. Huh? No, that's okay. I like ice fishing, don't like being in ice water. But I digress. That's really what today's vlog is about. Why I moved back home. You know, why I chose to come back here, which is kind of a recap because I did move back here in end of June, beginning of July, something like that. But just to show you kind of the ice, we're gonna throw a little rock, do a little rock test here. Find a little pebble on the ground. Here, want to help? Okay, there we go. That looks like a good rock. Right here. Okay. Let's put it here. All right, here we go. Rocco. And let's see. Ooh, looks pretty good. Obviously, right here is not. That is definitely not frozen over yet. You can tell. See, still water. But we go a little bit further out. And that's nice and icy. So, yeah. Beautiful South Dakota sunset on Lake Compasca. That's where I'm at. And decent weather for December 2nd. I mean, you really can't complain. You really can't. And, yeah, I think that's it. So hopefully you have a great day. And hopefully you're enjoying these Vlogmasy thingies that I'm doing. And let me know. Let me know what you think. And also let me know if you're doing your own Vlogmas, because I'd love to check it out. Love to see what you're doing for Vlogmas. There's no set rules to this. You don't have to post every day. Honestly, it's just good to kind of, I like little things like this that are kind of like little month-long things that just kind of get you into better consistency and kind of help you, especially for content creators, help you kind of stretch some bounds and do something new, do something different than you maybe normally do, and just have some fun, right? Because it is the holiday season and kind of help you get in the holiday spirit. And in a way, Vlogmas kind of does that. We'll talk about Christmas. Christmassy stuff. Kind of are. I mean, it's cold. Does that count? All right, everybody, have a great day. I hope you have a wonderful evening. And again, let me know what you're doing for Vlogmas. Bye.